When God removes certain people from your life, it is never by accident and it is rarely comfortable because you were attached, you thought they would stay forever, but the truth is some people were only assigned to a season, not your destiny, and if you insist on holding them, you will delay what God has ordained for you. Think of Abraham and Lot. Abraham's promise could not unfold fully until Lot separated from him, and in the same way there are people God quietly shifts out because their presence would pollute the promise, their influence would corrupt your obedience, and their company would dilute your faith. And though you cry over them, heaven knows what you cannot yet see, that they secretly carried motives that would one day betray you, or they were distractions sent to pull your focus off the narrow path. Matthew 7 verse 14. And while you wrestle with the loss, God is protecting the purity of your calling. Sometimes God removes people because they have already finished their assignment in your life, like John the Baptist declaring, "He must increase, but I must decrease." John 3 verse 30. And if you cling to what was only meant for the beginning, you will miss the next level God wants to reveal, and often, you will notice the shift happens suddenly without warning through conflict, betrayal, or simply silence. But what feels like rejection is actually redirection, for Romans 8 verse 28 declares that all things work together for the good of those who love God, and yes, even heartbreak is included in that all things. Other times, God removes people because He has heard conversations you were never invited to, He has seen the jealousy hidden behind smiles, He has discerned the secret schemes of those you called friends, and while you only saw their outward kindness, God saw the inward corruption, and in His mercy He allowed them to leave before their hidden intent destroyed you. And that is why Judas had to sit at the table with Jesus but could not stay beyond Gethsemane, because destiny required separation. You may also find that God removes people when your growth exposes the gap between your new spirit and their old patterns, and while you are reaching for holiness, they are comfortable with compromise, and Amos 3 verse 3 asks, "Can two walk together, except they be agreed?" You cannot align your spirit with what is misaligned with heaven, so God creates a divine distance, and it hurts because your loyalty pulls one way while your spirit pulls another, but His pruning, John 15 verse 2, is always for greater fruit. Sometimes the most shocking reason is that God removes people not because they were evil but because their presence would keep you comfortable, and comfort is the enemy of growth. As long as they were near, you would never fully depend on Him, never stretch into deeper prayer, never discover the oil He placed within you, and so He allows the lost to awaken the hunger that only His Spirit can fill. And here is the hidden truth. The more significant your destiny, the more severe the separations, because chosen vessels must walk paths others cannot understand, and isolation becomes the secret classroom of revelation, where God Himself teaches you what no friend could ever confirm. So when people walk away, when doors close, when calls stop coming, resist the urge to beg for their return, for what God has cut off is holy surgery, and if you stitch back what He has severed, you will reopen a wound He already healed. Let the loss push you to trust Him more deeply, to anchor in His word, to believe that if He removes, He will also replace, and if He shuts a door, He will open one no man can shut. Revelation 3 verse 8. The challenge is this: stop mourning over who left and start rejoicing over who remains, because God Himself is with you, and His presence is better than 1,000 counterfeit companions, and if you dare to release what He has taken, you will discover the shocking truth that every removal was actually preparation, every loss was a hidden blessing, and every goodbye was the setup for a greater glory that eye has not seen, ear has not heard, and neither has it entered the heart of man. 1 Corinthians 2:9. But it is prepared for those who love Him.